support of a dictator that went into a sovereign nation. Okay, cowards. So a sovereign nation went into a sovereign nation. Okay, and the United States is pretty much cowtelling for Russia in front of the whole world. It was the most embarrassing thing that I've ever seen. It's the most embarrassing thing because we cannot justify that. Because the only justification is we support Putin. All right, and I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people on the right, okay, the real, not the MAGA people, but a lot of people on the right saw that today. Because if we're not supporting this little country that was invaded by this big aggressor, okay, you can say, oh, they wanted to join NATO. They weren't going to join NATO. Putin knew that. Putin gave all kinds of conditions that was impossible for them to meet, okay, to stop the invasion. Okay, because he wanted to invade. He wants to try to put back the old Soviet Union. He believes that Ukraine is part of Russia. And I think he fucked around to find out. Now, I will say this to Ben Stock and Jeremy and everyone else that's under the impression that we hold all the cards. We don't. All right? Russia is on the ropes right now. Russia's on the ropes. And believe it or not, before Biden left, he gave enough money, and the EU, they got enough money right now to continue fighting all the way through the summer. All right? Russia cannot sustain those kind of losses. All right? They cannot sustain those kind of losses right now. So what's
Jeremy, you gotta come down, bro. We're recording something, bro. That's why I just talked.
Okay. Me neither, to be honest. Going into details.
Look, one is funny they haven't thought about it, especially
Someone, listen, let me make it very simple for you. If she has a nice face, good tits, and big butt, I'm into her.
But we agree on that.
Like, what's like, who isn't? Like, you just described every man's wet dream. Like,
you?
Like, what?
No, like, I'm not going
no,
to
I want a plain-looking, flat-chested, no butt woman. Like,
hold on, Shimmy, let me ask you a question.
Give me a break.
What happens if she has the best body, like the best body you've ever seen in your life, but she has a face you can't look at?
I prefer the body. I prefer 100% the body is more. The body is 100% more important than the
Rocky,
face.
there's a good joke. You know what we call that kind of woman?
What is it?
Double bagger. You know why?
No.
You put a bag over your head and a bag over her head in case the bag over her head.
Like I said, a minute 92:38. Hold on. I guess you can play with 4 people.
Yeah, I always say.
I don't really ever play with 2 people.
I've done 4 before.
What is more important to you, the face or the
Is it
body?
enough tiles? You know what I think I have to as a kid?
Yeah, you put on
impulse control and more violence. So all of that to say, I kind of agree with what Pepe was saying, that there's other factors. Middle class privilege, wealth privilege, the ability to hire lawyers to fix your problems when you run into trouble with the police, the desire for the police not to lose their job because a little polo wearing preppy boy copped an attitude when they were speeding. I mean, I don't think that's white privilege. I think that's class privilege.
Ooh, all right, so let's see if we can. So now it's either a class thing or a race thing, and let's try to neatly parse through this. So, do we think it is? I guess some of it is about class, and I'm not gonna push back on that. I mean, you guys made some points, but let's talk. Let's bring it up out of the lower class or whatever, wherever we were. All right, let's take it up into upper middle. Right? Yeah, we got
racist
black
policemen.
Sure. Who is that?
Racist policemen.
Oh, okay, fine. Listen. All right, so let's take it upper middle. Do you think some profiling would exist there?
Hell yeah.
Okay, listen, let me talk over here, Pepe.
So I would say that, yeah, there's racial. First of all, this is where I will kind of go back and agree with Monica. We can look at like the community that commits the most violent crimes, at least in general. And when you look at the priorities for any police department, it's going to be things like homicide, armed robbery, whatever, that kind of shit. There is going to, and this is